Hey guys, daily recap for April 20th, 2022. So today I was looking for on the SPY out the gate, basically a pop and then a pullback to the 50 MA and a retest. We did end up getting that. We didn't end up breaking the 50 MA. We just stayed range bound the entire day, which was pretty notable or pretty obvious, I think, right after it did retest and hold it this morning. So there was a couple different plays that we did do today. We did a lot of individual equity names. That was primarily the main way that we traded today, as well as on the option side. We did a lot of growth names on the put side, and then we did some random names on the option side to the upside. So Tesla at the gate, we did take a little bit long at 1029.22. We ended up selling for like 4 points to the upside and getting out of the rest of that. Nvidia, we tried to take this one long out the gate at 226. It ended up getting that pop and head fake. We ended up just exiting that position after it started to pull back on that. HD, long at 312.29 this morning. We got a nice little pop of 4 points on that. So that was a good one. LEDS, 355 long. Ended up getting a slight pop to the upside and ended up just exiting that position as well because it failed to push higher. Roku, we are in options on this out the gate this morning, which was actually a really good trade. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Netflix, we took short at 237.53. Traded that down into the 216 level. We also were in 200 puts twice. One for about, I think it was 300% and 319%. And the second time we grabbed them, we got about 60% on those. So good little trade there. We took some short intraday for a couple points. That was a nice little trade there as well. Should have stayed in it for the most part, but took what we can get. Indo, we were in long at 25.64. Played that to the 27s. Nice long there. DLTR, we tried some long at 177. We ended up getting out of that position. Didn't end up, getting continuation to the upside. Tried a little bit of Tesla long off the lows. Ended up exiting that one flat. UPST, we did long on the extension out the gate this morning. Got a nice little pop for a couple points to the upside on that. Not a bad little trade. LGVN, we traded this about 5 times long. This morning we traded it long from 1061 into the 11th, I think it was 1110s. Yeah, and then we got back into it long for about a point. Got back into it long on this push at 1260 for about a point to the upside to 1350. We grabbed it along again on this flag break into the 1380s. We ended up just exiting the rest of that position at the entry. So 4 trades on it, all worked out nicely, which I'm happy with. CRXT, we were on this one long this morning as well at 260s for a point to the upside and change. So that was a nice little trade there. The small caps were pretty darn good today. So happy with that. AMT was another one long that we did. Continuation to the upside. Cat, we did long twice. Got a nice little pop on it. Not cat, sorry, car. Got a nice little pop on it into the 19s. Then we grabbed it again at the 120s. Played about 4 points to the upside, 5 points to the upside. It's actually 119.70 we grabbed it. So about 5 points there. And other than that, we pretty much were sitting on our hands mostly at the end of the day. We did a little bit of seed long at 910s into the 945s. And that was pretty much it. Oh, BRCC, we did long it in 1981, and we sold into that pop into the 2016 level there. But yeah, other than that, pretty decent on the equity side. Hit rate was fairly high, and happy with that. RAD, we got really lucky with this on the option side. We grabbed the 8 calls right out the gate, and obviously the news came out at the end of the day there. We ended up selling into that. PayPal, we had the 90 puts on for about 200% change. Roku, we had the 115 calls on this morning. I think we got about 60 or 70% on those, which is a nice little trade. We tried some IBM long the 140s and worked okay, and then we rolled some 142s. Those ended up not working. Netflix, like I said, we did multiple puts on that. We did some Disney long for about 30%. We did the 130 calls long on that. And then there's a couple other little small ones that we did, like ABT for 100%, the 125 calls there. We did some puts on the SPY, which worked out okay this morning. FedEx calls, we tried the 220s. Those didn't end up working. We did Morgan Stanley calls. Those ended up working nicely for about 60, 70%. BMY, the 78 calls, which worked for about 30%. Square 110 puts, which we got about 40% on those. Visa 225 calls, those ended up not working. Q puts, those worked out nicely this morning. SPY puts, we talked about that. And yeah, other than that, pretty straightforward day. Options were good. Some really good trades there. Put side is mainly where we stuck to with the growth and tech names. And other than that, that RAD was probably the highlight of the day. That RAD and that Netflix, that roll that we did. All in all, good day on the equity and option side. Oh, we did some Walmart 160 250s for about 42%. I'm scrolling up as we go. But yeah, nothing major. couple things failed. Like we tried the semiconductors out the gate, the NVIDIA, that MU call. But other than that, everything else worked out pretty good. And like I said, we got lucky with a few of those names, and obviously the low floats, worked out great for us today. So all in all, great day. Even though we were range bound, we found the relative strength, relative weakness. We found the movers. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. Keep an eye on the SPY. You've got basically a huge divergence between the SPY, Qs, and IWM. Now they all look very different on the daily. SPY above the 50 EMA, QQQs below all EMA support, IWM below the 50 EMA but above short-term EMA support. So we'll see what happens there. All in all, we do stream from every single day, guys, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So feel free to come join us. If you want to sign up, obviously you get access to all the alerts and stuff like that, live stream, all the mods, and a ton of the educational resources. If you guys want to pop into the free Discord, we do give some tidbits here and there. The link is in the bio, and I've heard that we give more than everyone else out there, so I think it's a little bit more useful then. Worth probably checking out. And other than that, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.